द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट इन्वायरमेंटल इशू, सब हेडिंग देना बहुत ज़रूरी है, ऐसे आप लिखते जाएंगे तो 8-10 पॉइंट आ जाएंगे, बट दिस इज़ नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट स्ट्रक्चरिंग। वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द एनवायरमेंटल इशूज, एनवायरमेंटल इशूज in rural settlement. So every, we can say 2-3 years after this question has been asked by UPSC, ठीक है, एक repeated theme होता है UPSC का, क्योंकि syllabus इतना descriptive है आपका, and they generally tend to ask such kind of, let's say, topics again and again directly from syllabus topic, ठीक है। तो rural settlement, in introduction you can talk about rural settlements and its features. Key features, characteristics, basic characteristics, ठीक है, or we can say that economic activities, है ना, economic activities, occupation of the people, such kind of things. Now directly touch to the syllabus, demand of the question, what it is talking, environment issues, okay, it is talking about environmental issues. So go on discussing the important environmental issues. The most important environmental issue that let's say rural settlements they are facing is, we can say, land degradation. Okay, land degradation, it is because of, we can say that, first let's say overgrazing is there, because of, we can say that, deforestation is there. Then we can also talk about is, let's say, over irrigation. So what happens because of over irrigation? The problems of soil alkalinization and salinization. Soil alkalinization and salinization. So for each and every, let's say, topic, like you can give example like South American countries. Like Argentina, so where extensive commercial grain agriculture is done, so excess irrigation is problematic. In India also you can give example of Punjab and Haryana region, ठीक है, but world का example देना ज़रूरी है, as it is paper 1, so try to give such examples. Second we can talk about is pollution aspect. So pollution, you can give example of indoor pollution first of all, ठीक है, सब हेडिंग देना बहुत ज़रूरी है, ऐसे आप लिखते जाएंगे तो 8-10 पॉइंट आ जाएंगे, बट दिस इज़ नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट स्ट्रक्चरिंग. सो इंडोर पोल्यूशन, okay, so indoor pollution, what is indoor pollution? Yes, in rural areas basically for cooking purpose, for heating purpose, there is burning of basically wood that is collected from the nearby forest areas, and that is resulting into let's say indoor pollution. The women and children are basically facing the brunt of this, and in India also let's say such indoor pollution created lot of health concerns, especially among the women, children, and that's why present government has come up with innovative scheme like Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, where the LPG collections have been given. So indoor pollution problem is because of burning of wood for cooking purpose, So indoor pollution, women and children, they are facing the health risk. Then second you can mention is water pollution. Okay, water pollution is two types: surface water, groundwater. Okay, surface water, groundwater. First you can mention is, let's say, surface water. Surface water is facing problem. How? Let's say excess use of fertilizers in agriculture. Excess use of fertilizers in agriculture. So what it is resulting into? It is resulting into problems of, we can say that, eutrophication, algal blooms, harmful algal blooms in the rivers, lakes, surface water, and that is basically resulting into water pollution, and we can say that the water is not useful for drinking and other purposes. This one. Second we can talk about is groundwater. Groundwater, excess extraction of groundwater is resulting into, we can say, leaching of water, and let's say the leaching of heavy metals into the groundwater, and that is resulting into arsenic pollution, cadmium, and they are harmful, of course. In North Indian plains, you can give example, North Indian plains. So especially the states like West Bengal, Bihar, they are having high amount of arsenic, cadmium. Even the excess irrigation and excess extraction of groundwater in Punjab and Haryana is also resulting into excess arsenic amount in the groundwater. So arsenic is problematic. Cadmium, itai disease, you can mention like this, okay. Blue baby syndrome, excess nitrate, we can say, into the groundwater, fluoride, excess fluoride content, so fluorosis is happening, tooth decay or bone decay. So ये आपका water pollution आप लिखिए ज़रूर, ठीक है. Thereafter you can mention is soil erosion. The problem of soil erosion is very prominent in the rural settlements, especially in arid and semi-arid region. In semi-arid regions. Now, why soil erosion is happening? Especially because of overgrazing, and we can say that it is because of, we can say that, the deforestation, soil erosion, and we can also mention desertification. Soil erosion and desertification. So here you can give example of which can let's say areas. You can give example of Sahel region of Africa. So countries like Mali, Niger. So Sahel region of Africa is facing desertification and soil erosion. So you can mention that also. Thereafter, we are talking about the environmental issues. So deforestation is resulting into biodiversity loss. So biodiversity loss is because of also monoculture practices, monoculture agriculture. So you can give example of, we can say, equatorial countries, plantation agriculture, plantations or plantation agriculture, monoculture. Thereafter you can, let's say, mention deforestation, clearing of forest, biodiversity lost, extinction of species, all these things you can mention. So you can see that in 4 points only we have written almost 12 points within that. So this is how you should be able to structurize it. The question is basically talking about discuss the environmental issues faced in rural settlements. So you have to keep it brief and give certain examples in support. And as a way forward, you can mention the points simply. For all the issues, you can give one point. You can simply talk about that. So land degradation and all these things. So you can mention that there should be optimum irrigation, or we can say that micro irrigation, promotion of micro irrigation, drip irrigation, sprinkle irrigation. So that should be promoted. Water efficiency. So that over irrigation problem and all these things, over extraction of groundwater, ये सारा चीज़. So regulation on groundwater extraction. Groundwater extraction. Then organic farming. So there should be promotion of organic farming instead of excess use of chemical fertilizers. Then there should be, we can talk about is the problem that we are facing in the agriculture. So chemical fertilizers and all these things, and monoculture, the problem is, you can talk about is crop diversification. Okay, crop diversification, crop rotation. Then LPG connections. Okay, clean fuel for cooking, this should be supported. Okay, clean fuel, or here you can give the, let's say, example of biogas production. Biogas production can be supported in rural areas, win-win solution. Then you can give example for, let's say, overgrazing, so stalled grazing should be promoted. ओवरऑल इन एरिड एंड सेमी एरिड रीजन डेजर्टिफिकेशन के लिए हम वाटरशेड मैनेजमेंट बोलेंगे, watershed management. You can give example of green wall, Great Green Wall, Sahel region, केनिया. So वो वाला भी एग्जाम्पल दे सकता है. और ग्रीन वॉल जो क्रिएट किया जा रहा है साहेल रीजन में, वो वाला एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हैं. सो इन दिस मैनर यू कैन गिव द वे फॉरवर्ड. नेक्स्ट.